My name's Gary Silverside from Industry Partners Australia. We have a part of our business called the IPA Collective. This is a group of trusted, and that's probably the critical word in everything, in the fact that this group of guys or organizations that come together under the IPA Collective brand is are some of the best in industry. So basically, they're specialists that are offering consulting, training, and other services. Today, out of the IPA Collective, I'm very pleased to have with me JP from Factory AI. Hey, JP.
Hello, Gary. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So talk to me about some of the services that Factory AI offers.
Yeah. Well, what we do is we help reliability and maintenance teams have some very useful data about their critical and essential assets. We do that primarily in food and beverage, as well as building and materials. And what that does for them is it helps them transition from the classic preventive maintenance plans to a more of a predictive nature. And it helps them also equally save a small fortune of money for the small site because they will be told ahead of time if their equipment might fail. That's essentially what we do.
Okay. Well, how do you actually, what are some of the mechanisms that you actually do to make that happen?
Yeah, so our solution works with a combination of hardware and some software. So we will use data that sites already have, if they have data. If they don't, we'll use sensor data. So we like to get sites started with a combination of vibration and temperature. And all that is fed into our software, which have a number of proprietary machine learning models, and these are looking for anomalies in the operations of your assets. And if those are found, we tell you and we give you indications as to what you could do about it.
Wow, sounds pretty intuitive. That's fantastic.
Cool.
What's your key motivation for doing this?
Yeah, I know this is meant to be a short and snappy interview, but this is one where I'll probably explain a little bit more because motivations
Please.
are, you're great. I'm happy that you're listening. So let's go back to the origin story. This company started as an idea from my co-founder, Tim. Tim has been at AWS before this for a number of years, and he was always working with manufacturers. And the problem that he saw the most across all sites was unplanned downtime. And that typically meant that reliability and maintenance needed to pull out their finger and save the day. And so one of their AWS customers asked AWS to build a custom solution that essentially did what we do now. But it was very costly and very difficult to do. And still, despite that, the customer had an incredible amount of upside. There was a customer in the UK, a large automotive manufacturer, and Tim thought, if we could give this benefit to all manufacturers across all industries, that would be amazing. Because a lot of the time, reliability and maintenance are looked at as the bad guys, as the people that need to fix everything. It's really hard for them. So my motivation is to help out people that I think really deserve to be helped and to make them look good. So
Awesome.
that's why I get a kick out of this.
Cool. That's great.
Mm.
Can you share some kind of representation of a success story that you've had?
Absolutely, yeah. You asked me this question. You prepared us for questions, actually, I'd say a little while in advance. I was thinking yesterday, who do I want to talk about? I love customer stories. They're my favorite. And I thought I would go with I won't name the customer because I only thought of this before, so I haven't had the time to ask them. But a site that we help in Huntingwood has only gone live with us about 6 months ago. And typically when people think of transitioning to predictive maintenance, they think, a really long time span before you get this right. But in a small period of 6 months, these guys have saved $300,000 to date on more than 10 breakdowns that we were able to predict for them. And that for that site, that was the goal. The goal is let's get us less breakdowns so we have more uptime. Their goal is they're targeting an OEE of 98%. That's really aggressive. I'd say that's world class, and they're slowly getting there. You won't only get there because of one solution, one bit of software, but if
Yeah,
you're really
yeah,
going big,
yeah.
every bit helps.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm.
One last question. You've recently joined the IPA Collective. What was your
Mhm.
key motivator for joining us?
Yeah, the key motivator was actually not so much on the like customer and prospect front. It was more to get connected with people that are helping the industry, so we could build our own partner ecosystem. And I'm proud to say we're slowly doing that. We've got a strategic advisor in our company that is an IPA member. That is an awesome gentleman, which I highly recommend his sites. He's called John Broadband, and so he was an IPA member, and there are plenty of others as well that are in the pipeline
Mm,
because of the IPA partnership.
excellent. JP, thank you very much for your time and have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Gary. You the same. You have a great afternoon too.